Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, and today I am getting canceled again. Thank God I'm not Shane Dawson, and I haven't thought about Shane Dawson in a minute, but I heard that he's getting a bunch of backlash, and obviously I had to go take a look. I had to go talk about it because he posted a video over on his second channel of him going to Disneyland and talking about Disneyland conspiracies. And don't get me started on Shane Dawson's conspiracy videos because a lot of them are literally just, how big is this pizza slice? So, like, I didn't think it was gonna be anything too interesting, so whenever I heard that he was getting backlash for a video, one, I was not surprised, but two, I was like, what could he be getting backlash for other than like the obvious things? Duh. So I went and I seen this TikTok that was made by Trisha Paytas. Actually, no, not by Trisha Paytas. It was made by Spill Some Tea With Me, which is the podcast that Trisha Paytas is on, and she was talking about Shane Dawson getting backlash in this video, and I was really interested because for those of you that don't know anything about Shane Dawson lore, Trisha was there since like the beginning, bro. Since Shane was doing his little skits, this, that, and the other, and unfortunately even went through the I hate my selfie phase. Unfortunately, I used to be a very big fan before I figured out what all he did. Like, hold on. He talked about YouTube getting him fired. What do you mean? He was surprised, and for what? But she was around since the very beginning, and that was my entire point. So whenever I heard her talking about Shane Dawson again, I was shook as fuck. And apparently in this video, there was this conspiracy theory that like, oh my god, there's this brick, and you can pick it up. And why it was so crazy, and why, like, Disneyland, bro, it has been around for like ever. So the fact that like there's some loose bricks and shit, like why this is this huge like conspiracy and why it's so like is so confusing to me. But what ended up happening was Shane Dawson as well as his crew is on the ground trying to pry this brick out of there when an employee comes up and is like, hey, don't do that. No. And there were a bunch of people in the comment section saying like she was rude, this, that, and the other, and they had to leave. They had to move on to the next conspiracy, and they didn't blur her face. They didn't blur her name tag. And of course, people in the comment section started going after her, sending her hate online because they didn't blur her face. And I have so many thoughts and so many opinions when it comes to that, but we're gonna go ahead and watch this and see what Trisha thinks because I haven't watched this yet, and I'm super curious.
Actually, even though I saw the clip and I'm still like kind of confused.
Yeah, because I thought it was like the sword.
Oh, okay. First of all, Trisha's hair. Okay, Slay Queen. Anyway,
that you try and take out of the rock, and like you might be the lucky one, and it moves, it shakes, it opens up. But yeah, this is just like notes.
Just a brick that is like a little loose, and then in this clip, a worker comes up to Shane who was like on the ground trying to unearth this brick.
Literally,
and
that was wild.
We don't damage the property, and she was very sweet about it, in my opinion.
Right, and I mean, like, I don't understand why people were giving this lady so much backlash for doing her job. Like, even if she was a little bitchy, even if she was a little grouchy, like, if I seen a group of people gathering around Shane Dawson, right, on the ground with video cameras, this, that, and the other, trying to pick up bricks and do some dumb shit, I mean, I would also be pretty irritated. I'm just saying.
The comments were like, that girl is so rude.
Well, I think she probably, first of all, not that it matters, didn't know who they were, so she treated
I really don't think so, though. It says that employee was incredibly rude by saying, we don't destroy property. I've only been to Disney World, but I've never seen employees be rude like that. What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, that's what, okay, let's say I worked at Walmart, unfortunately. I worked at Walmart for almost 2 years, right? And if someone was in the store fucking up some shelves, right, it is within my right to be like, hey, no, dog, we don't do that. You're destroying the property. Like, I don't understand why this is a rude thing. Like, it's not. Like, it's not a bad thing to tell people when they're not supposed to do
They were
things.
like, no, but the conspiracy on TikTok, she's like,
Come on now.
Okay, vandalizing property is not cute. Like, she was, I get it. She was stern. She wasn't like cutesy about it, but like, who would be? Like, you're literally trying to destroy. Like you said, everyone's on the ground. They're all like adults on the ground, just like trying to like dig. It's not like a little kid trying to whatever. And it's like
they're filming it, and it's like it seems like delinquents to me. Like if you didn't know who they were,
that's what I'm saying. You don't know the context, and so.
Literally, like, what were they thinking? Like, if they wanted to go to Disneyland, and I mean, obviously, it's a conspiracy theory video, so I understand that you gotta be, like, on the DL, okay? But, like, it's obvious that, like, if they just went up to, like, whoever they needed to talk to, whether it be, like, an employee or, like, someone in management or whoever the fuck manages Disneyland, and be like, hey, we're gonna be doing this thing, is this okay? Like, it could have just been, like, a simple conversation, and even then, if they said no, they could have avoided the whole thing. So I don't understand. I don't
the context, even though
I
the
don't
context,
get it.
it's weird, but because I'm like, what is Shane Dawson doing in this? But yeah, then I guess Shane's fans, which I didn't think that about his fans. I guess they were.
I didn't know that either.
Going after
I guess
this employee.
like everyone's viewers are like very protective over them, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, like he said, like, I understand that people that watch certain people, like you guys that watch me, some of you are very protective over me and go to bat for me, which I'm very thankful for. However, a lot of these comments, right, because the way that Shane Dawson's videos are curated, especially the conspiracies, like, oh my god, there's this brick that you can move, wow. Like, not to say that it's catered towards children, but I feel like a lot of younger people would be watching this, and you can tell just by the comment section and the way that they reacted to the adult telling them, like, hey, don't do that. Like, you can tell that this is a lot of younger people and a lot of children. And I think, honestly, if some of these people are adults and they're like, hey, that lady wasn't supposed to do that, get some help. Get some help, because she was literally just doing her job, bro.
That, but also it's like, you know, you're in someone's place of work. And it's also, it wasn't like Mickey Mouse came up, was like, oh, don't get that brick up, you know what I mean? Like,
No, but for real, though.
It was like a regular employee. And it was crazy to put her face and her name tag in it.
Yeah, and that's my thing, because you could tell earlier in the video they blurred children's faces, which, of course, as you should. But even if you're in a public place and, like, people come up to you, like, aren't you supposed to blur their face, like, if they don't know that you're recording them? Because, I mean, number one, privacy, but number two, that's just common courtesy, bro. And I know a lot of people don't blur out people's faces anymore, but, like, can we go back to the age where privacy was still a thing? Please. Like, I don't understand.
Yes, I think that's where it was, because it's one thing to like hear a voice off camera and try like whatever, but yeah, like her face and her.
Yeah,
that's the thing, because even they could have cut the whole section of the video out. They could have like blacked the video, like put up a black screen and put like the text of what everyone was saying and kind of explaining the situation. Or they could have literally, hold up. If it were me, you could have had the shots of them going to do the thing, put a black screen, be like, hey, we encountered some stuff and like we weren't able to do that. Because in the past, Shane Dawson's conspiracy videos, like there was a point, I don't remember exactly what one it was. I wish I could find it, but I'm not going to go through his channel for that. However, there was one conspiracy video where like he went into this building and he was trying to look for some stuff, and he was approached by an employee that was like, hey, we can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And like he had the camera. Okay, imagine. Actually, no, I have my phone right here. I don't know why I was about to use the book, but like imagine I'm videotaping, right? And as soon as the employee came up, Shane was like, whoop. And then it just showed like their feet as the people were talking, and then there was a black screen and was like, yeah, the employee told me and I couldn't do it. Like it wasn't difficult, and not to say that this was an intentional move by Shane, because he could have been angry, and while he was editing this, it could have been like, oh well, like she deserves the backlash anyway, which like I would like to hope that like he's matured over the last few years. But then again, like he has been on the internet and on YouTube for so long, bro, that like he should know how his audience is going to react, even if his main audience base has changed over the last few years. Like it's just common sense.
They could have blurred. I'm surprised they didn't blur.
I thought you kind of had to know if you're filming in public. I mean,
exactly.
Especially if someone's like yelling at you,
and you don't, and they don't know if they're filming. I don't know.
Because it was obvious just based on how the lady reacted that, like, if you left her face and left her name tag and everything in the video, people were going to be mad at this person, because to the people watching, it was like, oh, like, they didn't let them finish the conspiracy, like, they cut us off, we're not getting as much content. Like, that's just, again, like I said, that's just common sense.
Who was filming? Someone else was filming.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if that was me, if Moses filming me and we're like, if even they say don't film in here, I'm like, put the down. Like,
Me
I
too.
like, immediately.
I hate breaking the rules.
Same. And that's why I don't film in public, because I always think we're getting in trouble. And
Me. Like, there's been so many wow, I can't talk. This has got me so worked up that I can't even pronounce my words. But I've had so many video ideas that would require me to go out in public and kind of film things. But, like, I don't want to get in trouble. And, like, I don't want people in the video that don't want to be in the video. So, like, just be considerate.
even
possibly
things sometimes you film, like even if we're just like at a meet and greet or something, he's filming. I'm like, stop filming. Like I just
yes.
I don't understand why they just kept filming that. That was so weird. And then to put it in, I don't know. It was a hot topic, y'all. Some people are like, Trisha's obsessed with Shane. It's like, it was a hot topic.
It was
People
a hot
were
topic.
talking about it.
And I mean, you gotta think, like, Trisha being obsessed with Shane, like, they were friends for, like, years. I want to say 10 plus years. So, like, I get it.
And then I didn't see this. So Jenny Nicholson, who's another YouTuber, and she does a lot of like theme park stuff. She especially like Disney parks. She goes viral every time she reviews like a theme park. But she tweeted, this is direct quote, that idiot Shane Dawson made a conspiracy video about Disneyland, and now his equally stupid fans, again, not my words, Jenny Nicholson's, his equally stupid fans are ruining the life of a poor employee who was just doing her job because he decided to leave in her name and face and imply she was part of a conspiracy.
Yeah, that was fucked up on his part. I'm gonna be real, because I didn't know that part, because I seriously, like, whenever I heard about this, I was like, what? And I watched, like, the part where, like, she told him, hey, like, no, and I didn't watch past that. I didn't even know he tried to make her a part of the conspiracy. Like, and that just adds to the possible malicious intent. Like, why would you not only leave her name, leave her face, and her telling you to, like, hey, don't do that, but also implying that she was a part of it, bro? Like, that's just, like, I get that, like, you're trying to dramatize things for the video, but, like, that's not how you do it.
Go to hell, Shane Dawson. And this got 1.7 million views and 72,000 likes. So it is really a hot topic.
I have a feeling, yes, definitely. I saw it everywhere. And then after we talked about it, it was even more. Like, I had seen it.
She tweeted this after, not that she watched, like, just coincidentally.
Yeah, because you sent it to me after, and I was like, oh, damn, I didn't know, like, the severity of it, because I didn't even think about that part, really.
Right.
But, like, he should have. Like, you do think about that as, like, oh, are they going to see this person? Are they going to, because we edit things out all the time with, like, there's people in it or something like that. So, it is kind of crazy. Should. I have a feeling we talk about this because we're always like, who are his fans? And I think they're, like, just the kids still. I think probably. Kids.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, going back to, like, the way that the comments were, like, it's obvious that it's younger people, because, like, what adult in their right mind gets mad at another adult for doing their job? Like, really, like, honestly, that's all she was doing. And I mean, like, like Trisha said, like, she wasn't cutesy about it. Like, she wasn't like, hey, let's not do that. No, like, she was firm. She was firm, but, like, as she should, though. Like, these are grown adults, and if you don't know who Shane Dawson is, and you don't know, like, all of the people who are with him are, like, they look like delinquents, bro. Like, they look like delinquents, and that's just
the conspiracy
the
theories,
truth of the matter of fact.
Because it's just very odd. So did Disneyland say anything? Is the video still up?
So let me see, mate, because you can also blur,
it
like,
sure is.
and like,
I didn't know you could blur. Holy shit, I didn't know you could blur later, because if I looked, like, legit, like, before I started recording this video, like, I looked probably not even, like, 10 minutes before, and her face still wasn't blurred. So the fact that, like, he's getting all this backlash, and he still hasn't blurred her face, like, I don't know. It seems fishy to me.
The YouTube video editor, even when it's, like, already uploaded.
My fear is being banned from YouTube or Disneyland permanently.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't
pretty strict.
So it really makes you wonder, because Disneyland, like, they're so keen on banning people. Like, there's been adults, like, that have been dress coded, and they're like, hey, you can't, and then they still continue to stay in the park that have been banned. So, like, it makes me wonder where Shane Dawson and the crew that was with him were out here trying to do, like, all this shit and trying to, like, not say, talk shit and, like, circulate shit that's not true about Disney, but, like, kinda, because they were making jokes throughout the video like, oh, don't sue me, Disney. And of course, people make jokes like that all the time whenever they're making conspiracy videos, but, like, it's just, I don't know, like, everything put together, it just don't really sit right with me.
Especially if you post stuff like that. They don't love when you post, like, behind the scenes of stuff, or, like, people out of character. And
here he is with the brick. Okay. It's
an
hour and a half.
God.
And the brick isn't even till the 34-minute mark.
No. Because literally the first part of the video, I've noticed that, like, the videos are, like, really, not to say drawn out, but they're really drawn out. Like, they get, like, it's them getting ready, it's them getting there, and it's like people are watching for the conspiracy. Like, you frame it as a conspiracy video, and I'm not saying, like, getting ready and going there, it's not a part of the conspiracy, but, like, I don't know, I feel like that's a long lead up, but, like, that's just that's a personal opinion.
He's always been a good storyteller.
That is true.
They are really they're using sunglasses to take this brick out. It actually is kind of crazy.
I mean, at least they didn't bring in, like,
a shovel.
Well, I guess you can't bring a weapon.
Would have been more efficient. I mean, like, if they had somebody just a bloop and didn't make, like, a big deal about getting it, like, on the ground and everything, they probably could have done it and, like, avoided that whole interaction. Like, I'm not saying they should have, like, vandalized the property or anything like that, and I'm not justifying it, but, like, you could, like, they didn't have to make a big to-do.
Oh no, see, her name and face is still in there, and she was like, "What the hell is going on?" And everyone's looking around like, "What are these?"
And has anyone said anything? Because Disney fans don't mess around. Like,
I'm gonna be real, like, it was a painful watch. Like, just from what I watched, and especially like the brick interaction, like you could tell everybody around them was kind of like, what the hell are you doing? Like, it was so
people
not
who
it.
like love Disney defend those parks with all their heart. So I wonder if no one said anything.
Oh, Jenny Nicholson.
And who's Jenny Nicholson?
She's a YouTuber. She's pretty popular. She's like a
theme
comment.
park, you said.
Yeah, she does a lot of theme parks.
So yeah.
Oh, some comment. Disney Entertainment cast member here. It's not a written rule. It's a big suggestion for performers to let the guests end the hug for. Oh no, that's not related to the brick, I guess.
No. But actually though, like if I'm remembering right, like they actually tested this in the video, and I'm pretty sure they had Chris do it. I think that's his name.
I can't watch it. Oh my god, it's been like 30 seconds. I cannot do this.
Chris just put his head down.
No, I can't do this. But there's no kids in line, so it's okay. Oh my god. I can't do this. Is he still there?
Is it still happening?
Is it still happening?
It's still happening.
Is it still happening?
Jared was like, he's crying.
He's crying. Oh, he's crying. Oh, he's crying.
Jared said he's crying.
Is it still happening?
Yes.
I can't do this. Tell him to stop. Tell him to stop. It's been like a minute and a half.
I'm crying.
Everyone's crying.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Is it over?
I think it's over.
I think confirmed. Thank you. Oh, he's crying. He's watery. All right, perfect. All right, that was great. Oh my god, it's over.
And it was pretty much like testing it, and again, like back to it being a painful watch, because like what the fuck was that? And the fact that like going back to like his demographic and like the possibility of it being mostly younger people, like being grown ass adults and taking the rules that were like put in place for children, because the whole like hugging rule where like the characters, like the guests have to let go before the characters do, because a lot of like terminally ill children or people that have had bad things happen, like they take their kids like to Disneyland or Disney World to try to like, you know, not to say make them feel better and kind of make them forget about it, but like that's the truth. So whenever a child hugs a character, like they don't know what that child's been going through. So like they make sure that the child lets go first. And the fact that these grown ass adults are like testing the rules that are meant for children is low-key weird. Like, especially not to bring up the past things that Shane Dawson was canceled for, because like that's an entirely different video. But the fact that like he was canceled, a lot of the things having to do with like his weird like comments on minors, this, that, and the other. Like, I don't understand why you would even test the waters is my question.
Okay, I guess you really went in with different. I guess like a hugging conspiracy too. Like, okay.
Yep.
Oh, the hugging conspiracy is Disney characters aren't allowed to let go until you let go.
Yeah,
Yep.
that makes sense.
Exactly.
So I don't know if that's a conspiracy. Isn't that just etiquette, like a rule?
Yes.
And what were they? I wonder if they tried to debunk it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's the difference between a little kid holding in a hug with Minnie Mouse versus like a grown adult holding in a hug. And, like,
40-year-old.
everyone can meet a character. I love it. Like, live your fantasy.
Right.
But I don't know, if an adult's holding me for too long as Mickey Mouse, I'd be like, maybe let's let it go.
Right, like, because again, like it's just weird. And not to say that a lot of things like just surrounding Shane Dawson and surrounding the conspiracies and surrounding like his content as a whole is just kind of weird, but like it is. That's just the truth and the matter of fact. Like, I wish it wasn't. Like, I wish we could go back and Shane Dawson would be like this fine person. He didn't do any of the things that he did, and we could just have like the little food videos, because that would be everything. However, he did do these things, and like even though that it was forever ago and cancel culture is pretty much dead by this point, like we still have to take that into consideration whenever new things come up. Like, it's weird and it's unfortunate.
You know?
Yeah, I think like as Shane says, all for entertainment entertainment purposes only to like go after this woman who's doing her job.
Does he say it?
Yeah.
That's what he always says in the beginning, right?
Okay, that's good. Lets people know, I suppose, but
I mean, yeah,
maybe
but
she, yeah,
not
I don't want to
entirely.
do a conspiracy. I think you should kind of.
Yeah, no, and that was it. Okay, so like the whole thing was weird. Obviously, the whole thing was weird. And I still don't know how to feel about it. Like, I hate the fact that people were going after this poor woman, and do I think he should have blurred the face or cut out the entire segment? Yes, I do. You would think that like after all the things he had been canceled for, all of the times he fucked up and all of the backlash he's gotten, he should know better. And like I said earlier in the video, like he has been on the internet long enough to know better about this type of shit. Like, and it's just not even from a content creator standpoint, because obviously people that do things on the internet, like that should be common sense. However, if you're just a person, like let's say you're out and about, whatever, and you're filming your significant other doing something, and there's somebody in the background that comes up to you and you're just like, hey, you guys are being fucking idiots, whatever. Like, you would cut out that part. You would censor the face. Even if you wanted to make like a little funny clip out of it, you would censor the face and be like, oh my goodness, like this person attacked us, blah, blah, blah. Like, and indicate that it's funny. And even though in the very beginning Shane Dawson was like, oh, for entertainment purposes only, whatever, like I don't think that fixes it. And the fact that like he still hasn't blurred out the face, even though you can literally do that after the fact, apparently, like I didn't know that's a first for me. But like it's a lot. But what do you guys think about the Shane Dawson situation? Do you think he was in the wrong? Do you think he was in the right? Do you think people are being dramatic? I would love to know your thoughts. And if you guys want more content like this where I am reacting to stupid little things that are happening on the internet, please let me know down in the comments below. And I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.